Welcome to today's tutorial. We'll be looking at drawing graphs. I apologise for my writing in today's tutorial, guys. It's using a new computer. Unfortunately, it's not flying as much as I would like it to. Okay, what we'll quickly do, we're just going to refresh our work from yesterday, the last lesson on coordinates. Now remember, coordinates are always in the format of x, y, and they're always separated by brackets and a comma, where the x coordinate tells me how far left or right that we go first, and the y coordinate tells me how far up or down we go. So if we looked at an actual axis, we've got our x and y axes there. Make sure if we draw these, we label them. 1, 2, we've got 1. Okay, if I wanted to plot the point 1, 1, 1, then I'll go across 1, up 1, my point there, and that's A. If I had the point B there, what would that do? Let's have a look. We've gone across 2 and up 1, so 2, 1. Remember, both those coordinates are in the first quadrant. That would be the second quadrant, the third quadrant, and our fourth quadrant. Okay, so very quick review of how to draw a graph, of how to draw our coordinates. Okay, so how do we draw a graph? Well, what do we need first of all? First of all, in order to draw a graph, we need to have coordinates. We do this by completing a table of values. Now, believe it or not, you've actually done this before. Before you've been given a table of values and you've been given a rule and you've been asked to fill out the values for x and y. So for example, we're going to put some x values, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2, and 2, sorry. And we're going to be finding the graph of y equals x plus 1. So what does this mean? Well, it means whatever our x value is, in this case it's minus 2, we're going to add 1 to it. Well, what's minus 2 plus 1? Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. The next one, minus 1 plus 1. Well, that equals 0. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Notice how they're all going up by the same amount as well. That's very important. Okay, so that's our first thing. That's our first thing there that we've done. And so what we're going to do, I'll just get rid of that there. We're now going to transfer that information onto an actual graph. So, in most cases, you'll need to draw your own axis. Okay, so we're going to have our x-axis there and our y-axis. Making sure that we're always going on the x-axis by the same amount. Now, what are the values that I need on here? Well, I need the values for x, minus 2 all the way to 2. So I'm going to put those minus 2, minus 1, 1, and 2. Now, mine's not accurate, yours should be. What do we need to go up to on the y-axis? We need to go up to 3. 1, 2, 3, making sure these are the same spaces between each other. And I'm going to go down to negative 1. Okay, so let's start plotting our coordinates. Now, we've done this before. This first coordinate is in the format of minus 2, minus 1. Okay, so we're going left minus 2, down to minus 1. Next one, minus 1, 0. We're going 0, 1, 1, 2, and 2, 3. Now, if you've done this in your book and you're not really accurate, you should be able to put a ruler and be able to put a line through all those points. Now, mine's not dead straight, as you can see, but yours should be. And you can notice I've gone past the first and last point to the end of the page, put little arrows because our line actually continues on forever there, but we only have a smaller snapshot. I'm actually going to label that as y equals x plus 1 as well. Okay, so it's a very quick tutorial there on how to draw a straight line graph. what I would like you to do now is get your books out, and I would like you please to draw the graphs of y equals x plus 2, graph of y equals 2x minus 1, and the hard one will be y equals negative x plus 1. What I would like you to do is draw these all on the same axis. Okay, so the good idea would be start to draw your table of values for each one, making sure it's in exactly the same box as that you should put different values into it. And then once you have your 3 boxes or tables of values, you can then put them onto the same graph and label them with lines. And hopefully yours will look like exactly like mine is. You'll see in 1 minute. Have a go now. Okay, if you haven't drawn this graph, guys, please make sure you don't go any further now. I want you to pause this, I want you to get your books out, and I really do want you to draw the table of values for each of these 3 graphs and draw them on the same graph. Okay, now that you've done that, let's see what you've done is correct. So for each time, we're going to have a table of values. So you can see I'm drawing mine up. I'm going to draw it the same each time. Got my x, my y, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. I'm actually going to draw this same graph 3 times. Sometimes they'll give you this graph, if they don't give it to you, just copy this graph out every single time. What it does, it allows me to have negative values as well as the positive values. In any case, you only actually need to have 2 points for any straight line. However, often we can make mistakes, particularly for the harder one like this last one, when you're dealing with negatives. So it's quite important, I feel, to always cover about 3 or 4 points just to make sure you haven't made any mistakes. And again, I apologise, not very neat there. Okay, so let's have a look. So for the first table, y equals x plus 2. So whatever x is, we're going to add 2 to it. So -2 plus 2, well, that's 0. -1 plus 2, well, that's 1. 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. And look what happens, they're all going up by the same amount. Next one, 2 times whatever x is, take away 1. So 2 lots of -2 is -4, and -4 take away another 1 is -5. You can see these are they get a little bit trickier. 2 lots of -1 is -2. Take 1 more away, we get -3. 2 times 0 is 0. Take away 1 is -1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. It goes up by each time. It's going up by 2. Actually, look at that. Same as that. So here, we're going up by 1. And that actually is a 1. It's quite cool. Okay, this one's a bit more challenging. And I'm actually going to write some of these out because it says -x plus 1. So let's see, we've got minus, what's our x value? It's -2. Well, what happens when we have 2 negatives? That's right, it becomes a positive. So it becomes a positive 2, so it becomes 2 plus 1 is 3. Next one, -x, when x is -1 plus 1. So minus 1 is positive 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. -0 plus 1, well, that's just 1. And we've got negative x, which is 1, plus 1, well, -1 plus 1 is 0. And -1, so -2, sorry, plus 1 equals -1. Look, it's going 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. It's going down by -1, and actually that's what's there. It's a -1 there. Okay. Alright, so what we've got now, we've got all our points there. So what we want to do, if we write that there, apologies. So what is that? It's 3, 2, 1, negative 1. So 0, negative 1. Okay, we're going to do on the same axis. We're going to draw that graph. Now yours should be nice and big. I'm going to run it a little bit out of room, so mine's going to be a little bit bunched up. Okay, you can see here I've got my x values, my y values. You can see here, I need to make sure that I'm covering all my x values. So obviously they're all -2 to positive 2. So let's spread it out. -2, -1, 1, 2. Making sure you get the same distance. Obviously mine's not, yours should be. Now it says our smallest value is -5. Our biggest value is 4. So let's make sure we get down to -5. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I've covered all my values. I'm just going to put a 4 there. I'm not going to put all the values in because I'm a little bit bunched. Okay, so how do we put the points? Okay, just like normal. Okay, so we're going to plot the point of y equals x plus 2. So we've got -2, 0, -1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. Again, if yours is dead accurate, it's going to be a nice straight line. So that's not bad, hey? And I'll label that as the graph y equals x plus 2. You can put 1x plus 2 if you'd like. Okay, I'm going to put another graph here for y equals 2x minus 1. So -2, -5. You can make sure you're all nice and accurate. -1, -3. 1, 2, 3. 0, -1. 1, 1, 2, 3. So mine's a little wobbly there. Yeah, make sure it goes through all the points. Okay, that's the graph of y equals 2x minus 1. And the last one there we're going to plot, that yellow, is -2, positive 3, -1, positive 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 2, -1. Okay, we're going to go through all those points. You'll notice that's a little bit different, that line, isn't it? What you ever notice about those three rules, or the equations, and what perhaps makes this one go the other way? Okay, there are going to be some questions that I'm going to ask you about next lesson. So again, I hope this has been of use to you. We're going to do some questions in class about this. Fingers crossed you understand. If not, make sure you pause, you rewind, you can watch it a second time or even a third time or even at home to help a bit further. Okay? Hope it was beneficial, guys. If any questions, please make sure you ask them.